welcome to the post-show, everybody. Alternatively, welcome to the podcast if you're listening to us on that, where we're somewhat concerned about Donnie's growing desire to be cat. Now we said goodbye and you went meow on the episode. Introduced cats on the episode, and you responded with meow. Now, what's going on? Isn't being Donnie enough for you?
Well, Eggman did advise me to be myself, which would involve meowing.
Okay, so in which case you're drawing the next piece of artwork. Congratulations, Donnie.
Oh, okay.
This is...
Well, I guess I'll embrace my inner Sonic Paradox here for the...
Funny enough, you mentioned Sonic Paradox. Happy birthday to Sonic Paradox, who are 10 years old at the time of recording.
I'm 10 years old? Wait, what?
Sonic Paradox.
Oh, okay, I was about to say, like, wait, because I have had people tell me happy 10th anniversary, Donnie. I'm like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah, it's your 10th anniversary of your non-birth.
Yeah, pretty much.
Into the community by about 5 years.
Yeah. I joined Sonic Paradox's 10th anniversary 5 years late, so...
Oh dear.
So it'd be my 5-year anniversary in October, but yeah.
But that means in 5 years' time we get Donnie Adventure, where we get you're redesigned into a sort of thinner, taller package, and your beard is made into a different mode or something.
My beard has green eyes? Question mark?
Red beard. There's... I don't know.
Check out the beards.
No, stop. I'm gonna do like a sort of swear box for the phrase "check out the consoles." Anyone else uses "check out the consoles" this week? A fine of £1 or $1 will be levied against them. I heard that, Donnie. I heard that. You thought you'd get away with it because I was speaking. $1 US. Do not make me put a counter in the corner of the video for amount of money Donnie owes Kevin.
What about the money that I owe you?
We can discuss that another time. I can go around your house and go.
You can become a debt collector.
Yes. It's like pay up. It's the debt collectors. I hear that you use the phrase something to do with Monsouls or something, but. Yeah. You owe this gentleman. This accent's going. You owe this gentleman.
You're Sam. How you doing?
You owe this gentleman a different accent, and you owe him £4.50. You let your 50p. Play it up now, or we're gonna take all your fancy Kingdom Hearts merch. Here we go.
Meow.
See, he's being a cat again. Will you stop that?
Well, would you rather me meow, or would you rather me go check out the console?
Ding! $2.
Well, obviously, he wants you to not do either.
We have a cat. Okay, you're a Donnie. You already have one. You already have one online career as a Donnie. Okay.
Is there an identity crisis or something?
There we go. Welcome to the Sonic Boom Commentaries Identity Crisis. Oh man, alive. Right. Moving on as quickly as we possibly can. So, episode.
The episode, yes.
Donnie, your highlight, please. Why was it your highlight? And anything that was.
Please continue the Donnie's highlight meme.
Yes.
Eggman was definitely the highlight for this one.
God damn it!
For Tails.
Even the Tails episode. You can get Tails being the highlight.
because it's just that damn package, the whole thing. And just his reactions to seeing Tails like doing what he was doing. He was the audience so much in this, and it was absolutely amazing.
Ah, dear.
Even in a Tales-centric episode, Eggman is the highlight.
Kat, what bits of the episode did you like?
So Sonic acting is incredibly good.
Yeah.
Sonic acting, trying to be the coolest guy he can possibly be.
A character who by nature is supposed to be cool, trying to act cool.
So Swifty.
It's true.
Radical Speed.
No, damn it. Anything
It's great
else?
because it's great because of his specific impression of cool.
Radical Consoles.
The way Tails interpreted Knuckles' advice was to talk about DIY and building stuff, which I find is kind of interesting.
Knuckles being
Because Knuckles is just talking about like lifting weights and eating red meat, and what Tails goes on to do is talk about making things with a tree made out of a wood that does not normally come from a tree.
Knuckles did mention about taking up woodwork and stuff. Well, this is actually one of those things because we got Knuckles, but so Knuckles, whilst everything's made out that Knuckles is not very smart, if Knuckles is telling the truth, Knuckles is now also able to, apart from being ridiculously strong and everything else, and also being a pincushion. Thanks, Sonic, by the way.
God damn it, Sonic.
Jerk of a friend. I'm going to torture my friend for a while. Just don't...
Hey there, little Phil.
Yeah.
Hey there, little Phil. Oh, you're cute.
Sonic's determination to win.
Hey there, little guy.
At all costs, even the physical well-being of his friends. Nice.
Nobody is safe.
Nobody is safe. So Knuckles can repair fridges.
Knuckles can repair fridges. He has a detergent. Woodwork.
No, he's only used a detergent in our world.
He has a detergent now.
That's
our world is real.
Not in this canon. There's
our world is a better canon.
But he's a skilled weightlifter. He is successful with the ladies by the look of things.
He was damn successful with the ladies.
He's very popular with the ladies.
He is.
So so Knuckles is basically Old Man Owl before he was an old man. He was very popular with the ladies. I really don't know how it went this route, but apparently the OVA is now canon.
So we've got Lady Go. He's also popped.
No, you knew the OVAs were canon because of the outfit that Metal Sonic gave to the old man, and therefore those are apparently Sonic's clothes.
We've also inadvertently continued this thing of Knuckles being really popular with the upper ruling classes. Because remember, Knuckles got on very well with the mayor and with...
He gets on very well with snooty people.
Knuckles caught the eye of Lady Walrus and Lady Goat.
Yeah, so in a way, he actually did make a point. Even though it wasn't exactly...
Yeah, Knuckles is going to marry well. Knuckles is going to marry into money. There we go.
I blame it on technically now also being full.
And Amy will continue to support cute, fluffy penguins with sweaters.
One of which will just be tails and a beak. And a black jumper.
Oh.
Sticks'
advice was also the best advice. Sticks' advice was the most realistic advice.
It's also the most useless.
Now, Sixty's advice was the most useful advice.
You're only saying that because you like the feathers.
Sixty's advice is the most useful advice.
I rest my case.
Even though it applied to birds and not mammals.
Well, as long as it wasn't pigeons.
Everybody likes a little mating dance with feathers. Everybody likes it.
Okay, if you'd like to chat up cats...
I mean, that's how showgirls work, right? That's how showgirls work, right? Feathers?
I don't think that's quite the same. I was suggesting that... Oh, God. Actually, there's one... Okay, I need to say this now because otherwise I will forget. Things from last episode that we didn't see. Okay, things from last episode that we didn't see. First of all, I mean, I'm talking to episode 39 here that we didn't see initially. The line we were laughing about, that it was an inadvertent shadow reference.
I don't think it was actually a shadow reference, was it?
White is black and black is white.
Yeah, with through the looking glass, people. For through the looking glass here, people. White is black and black is white. Is a line that is more that was a line that was more popularized by Milhouse in The Simpsons, actually.
Oh my!
Through the looking glass here, people. Which is in the episode of, I believe, Grandpa versus Sexual Inadequacy, or a similar title. Whether it was they were making the get up and go tonic.
Thinking about it, considering the writers
Grandpa versus Sexual Inadequacy, yes. And I just added a D where there wasn't.
Yes, it's that episode. But the actual line itself is actually originally from the film JFK. So we had a JFK film reference in that. I actually forgot to say that last time. Also, the calendar. In the montage section, when the calendar, and Knuckles is pulling off all the calendar pages, and Sonic like saying, "Who stopped that?" The calendar's French.
Oh.
In another instance of text existing in the Sonic Boom universe, you know, that thing that didn't happen. Mr. Lieberger. No, it's the calendar. If you actually look at if you pause the calendar in the corner, whilst it's numbers, in the corner of it is like a smaller version, with just like the condensed version, which is like numbers and columns, and the letters at the top.
Oh goodness!
And the letters are not S M T W T F S.
Oh.
The letters are D L M M J V S.
Oh.
Okay then. Well, these secrets never cease to surprise me.
AKA, for the people who are still confused, dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi.
I agree.
Or Sunday, Saturday in French. That's
it's a week beginning Sunday.
Yes, it's a week beginning Sunday.
Which is a weird thing.
So, but there you go. There you go. There was also actually there's on the calendar itself is like loads of squiggles of like birthday cakes and things signify birthdays, but I couldn't. I didn't see whether or not they actually tallied with anything because you couldn't see the month, so I couldn't see like Sonic's like birthday was on the 23rd or anything. Anyway, back now to this week.
Yeah, this week with the Tales-centric episode and all. So yeah, Tumblr's gonna have a field day with this one.
What did you think about the Zoe character?
Well, we did get like our first like preview of the character like last week, and it was eventually confirmed that that was going to be the character that Tails was going to have a crush on in this one. So I knew I knew who we were going to see be the focus in this, in terms of what they looked like and all. I didn't honestly expect the episode to turn like this, though. Like, they didn't really give her much of a personality, just more like... I guess they were trying to make her seem sweet, but scared at all the strange advances Tails was trying to...
Wouldn't you be?
Well, of course, but like...
I would accept the plumage.
What baffles... Like, what shocked me was that they made a big deal about Eggman, like, trying to get a package in the mail. Like, they had that as a subplot and all. And it was one of the things listed in the synopsis for the episode and all. So I thought, okay, the two are probably going to be interconnected somehow. And they really weren't, actually. Like, the only relevance the subplot even had was just for Eggman to actually see what was going on. And eventually the package was just something for his, like, robot at the end. That was it.
Well, Eggman took advantage of having the remote to test it out, didn't he? Yeah,
so Eggman didn't even really need to attack; it just happened.
Kat, what did you think?
You know when it's like you don't mean it, but you just order a giant robot to destroy town. It happens everywhere.
Happens all the time down my way.
Yeah, I know. I can hear it.
It's yeah. So sorry about that.
Tails.
Fine. It's fine. It could be worse. It could be next door.
That's true. Kat, what did you think of Zoe with 2 O's apparently?
2 O's.
According to my survey.
Are we sure he didn't type for that?
I don't think he did. I think it is indeed
Zoe.
Zoe.
Obviously, the approach is that we just say her name really long. Zoe.
No, that's adding additional ease to it. We can't.
The funny thing is that someone actually asked that to Bill too. Like, what is this actual? Like, what's her actual name?
And he said Zoe.
Yep.
So what did you think about the Zoe character, Kat?
She's kind of sweet from what we've seen of her, but she needs to actually become a character before we can pass judgment, really.
I mean, I'm assuming at some point we're going to get these other characters a bit more sort of built up over the remaining episodes. For instance, Percy needs to be... Percy just appeared, which is...
just kind of odd considering what her position in the games is.
Yeah, which is kind of weird. So that needs to... Percy needs to be, as a character, needs to be done. I suspect we might have an episode at some point with like Sonic and Knuckles, or the B story would be Sonic and Knuckles trying to oppress Percy. Each failing.
I can see that.
But I mean, I don't know. I mean, one of the questions is, with the continuity being selectively reset, is this like a one-shot deal, or are we going to see, this beginnings of a relationship continue for the Tails character? I'm happy for Tails. About time Sonic went from this bloody series.
Yeah, this was like when was the last time that Tails had such a good ending?
I don't know.
Very rarely.
The last time Tails got a good ending was the beginning of the episode after he was eaten by an octopus, because then we found out that he was alive.
Yeah, I remember when he was eaten by an octopus. That was great. I mean, not to him, but...
No, it was... most of the endings involving Tails involved disaster.
Yeah, poor baby.
But it was nice. It was sweet, and this is one thing that sort of I was like, what's going on in this series? Eggman again is the far better friend.
Eggman once again proved that he's actually the one you should listen to. Yeah, despite the fact that he's evil.
Eggman's the one that recognises that Amy's talented. Eggman's the one that actually tells Tails to just believe in himself.
To believe in himself.
Believe in himself.
I mean, Eggman believes in himself, and look at him now.
Oh, actually, there's
You had to take a 2-minute shower, guys. A 2-minute shower.
the most adorable thing: Tails getting flustered and like flying. That was the most wonderful piece, most wonderful scene. So Tails getting really excited and stuff, and then just like taking off and sort of going to grab him. That was great.
I still love Amy's little temper tantrum she had for a moment there.
I think that's the biggest laugh I've had in the series, actually.
That was a good scream.
Yeah, it sounded that moment had broken you at one point.
It was a scream of justice.
The fact that I can still laugh just thinking about it, it's a good sign. Seriously, last 4 or 5 episodes, Cindy just bringing it. But then again,
you did a hand movement there, and I heard some of it.
Then again,
but I have no idea what you did.
Then again, borderline crazy violent Amy is like my favourite Amy. So
I just love how she just gets so violent, like near violent right there, and then just as soon as she finishes that little tangent, she's just all sweet and calm again. Like it's like the mood swings there.
Most violent, like 180 with Amy. It's like, oh.
And then watching the soap opera of times.
It wouldn't be nearly as funny. Actually, it wouldn't be nearly as funny if we just didn't end with "you jerk." like some Amy screaming at the top of her lungs in Tails' face, and then just insulting Tails at the end because it's all Tails' fault, obviously. It was just the most wonderful full stop on this rant. Oh dear.
It was just timed perfectly.
Timed perfectly. The right words as well. Oh God.
Who would have guessed that we'd have gone from "I'm a crazy pizza man who juggles and sings" to "you jerk."
I'm a delicate flower. Oh. Oh.
The fact that we're still laughing at that bit. Oh, the show! I swear.
In my eyes. That's how much
I'm just gonna sit here and keep laughing.
Laughing and choking, excellent. If I'm not here next week, I've choked myself to death.
And I will be very sad.
You can blame Amy for the.
On the plus side, Donnie won't have to pay me $2. So.
Well, that's what I get for checking out the consoles.
Right,
$3.
$3, and I forgot about tax, Donnie. So you. Bad news.
Wouldn't it be overseas as well since it's the UK? So it would be.
Oh, Donnie, you're getting yourself in trouble here. Other really good. I mean, the animation was really good as well. But apart from like 2 instances, the animation was really, really good.
Yeah, it does seem that the animation seems to be getting better and better.
Yeah, this is most surely one of the later episodes that the guys worked on. But I mean, there was a couple of things. Like one of the, I'm pretty certain I saw one of the motor bugs explode and then bits like go through the floor. It's like the third or fourth motor bug did that, and I'm sorry, there's no way the plane didn't hit the robot. Based on what was left of it. You know, I mean, the plane went through, and
the plane went through the robot, and then the robot was still there.
Yeah,
it's a little worrying to me.
It was that the swing surprise move the entire time? It's just a plot hole. Because if so, I don't really know if we'd actually approve of that.
I actually quite like the Zoe design as well.
Yeah, the designs in the Boom universe are actually really good.
Oh, okay. One thing I didn't notice before as well. Okay, when the arm is destroyed, because I'm sort of scanning back through it. When the arm is destroyed, right, there is like a bunch of sparks which fly out, which is from the wires in the arm, which is actually really good. Although admittedly I thought for a moment it was like hydraulic liquid. But yeah. Okay, so Tails fires the laser which hits the... Oh no, okay, no way. No way has this plane survived. Tails hits the robot with the laser like at its midriff, like right where it's right in the center. The cloud effect starts, the head pops off, like the left hand collapses. Right, Tails starts pulling up about 1 nanometer from this thing. Oh wow, there's a weird thing when Zoe goes into the plane as well. Also,
it's got like weird curve shoes.
Also, I think this is the first time we've got a very ridiculous upskirt shot on one of the characters. Let's not have that again.
Upskirt?
Yeah, when Zoe's falling, she's basically falling with her legs spread and on her back. Right, so the okay, so yeah, the plane goes through.
Save me.
The wing goes through the right track. Okay, Tails is dead, and then when it cuts back to Eggman, the robot is like completely solid. Tails is dead. Okay, this is it.
Tails has done a good thing.
So even when Tails actually does have a good ending, he still finds a way to die and have a bad ending.
Yeah, there's no
Tails
way.
is there.
There's no, and this is like just completely regenerated half of itself in like 2 seconds.
Tails is one.
So Tails is dead. Okay, there we go. There we go.
Tails
Ending,
died again.
The happy ending to the Tails episode is Tails is dead.
Again.
If you get the chance, guys, just go back to on the episode 1042. Say.
I have gotten back while you were talking.
Yeah, and then it's just like.
I've also
go
gone
through
back.
That, and it cuts back to about 1053. So this is a completely solid robot. That's actually a bad one. That's because that's no way that's happening. But yeah, Eggman being helpful, the bro code trumping all. Also, yeah. Also, the girl that actually did have a bit of an interest in Tails had a bit of an interest in Tails, funnily enough.
Yeah, who would have guessed?
I did like Amy and Sticks being all cutesy, and the fact that Tails liked somebody.
Aww.
Another instance of Sticks being really girly.
More girly than I think.
And then later in the episode, we transfer to plumage.
Yeah. Again, I'm just very grateful it wasn't about urinating everywhere to mark your territory.
Well, why would it be? He asked about mating practices.
This is Sticks.
Yeah, and I've just told you how it could be worse.
This is Sticks.
Also, I took a picture.
Took a picture. But oh yeah, it's Tails getting the smooch.
Tails getting the face.
That is the most oh yeah face. Tails gets the girl. They're both dead, but Tails gets the gets the girl. The plane survived actual physical matter this time. Every other time we've seen the plane, like, you know, a gnat flying into it could have caused it to crash, and this time, you know, a solid steel. Solid steel, no good.
I just find it funny how even when we finally get a freaky, we finally get an ending where Tails seems to have everything go right. His crush falls in love with him and everything, and they seem to be, you know, having a moment of thank you, Mario, but, you know, your quest is over and all this. And yet, there's still technically a bad ending in it, because technically Tails shouldn't be alive to experience any of this. I just find it absolutely hilarious that the one time that Tails finally gets a good ending, and then it turns out it's actually a bad ending the entire time. Which makes it even worse because Tails didn't actually get what he wanted, and it's just mocking him in the face. Maybe that's how we were supposed to look at this episode.
Oh, in the end,
continuity and stuff. It's a very
why
dark
does
way of looking at it,
Tails
though.
keep dying?
Because...
Can't we just enjoy... Like...
Because Sonic Boom.
Oh god. What have you just done?
Check out the plumage.
Plumage!
Plumage.
It would be
Plumage,
it
like
would
plumes.
only be plumage if he was waving around two plungers.
Or plums.
Is it true?
You see, I have got a good thing. I've sent you a series of links.
A series of links. Oh god.
A series of internet links.
No,
Let me edit that one with a name.
What the heck happened there? There was some bell noise.
I don't know.
Timer. Food being cooked.
Oh, was that you?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I honestly thought, I was looking around like I thought somebody like got a bicycle and was trying to get through my room. It was weird.
It was actually the sound of the plane, like actually like exploding off screen after the episode ended. We're making this episode a lot more dark than it's supposed to be.
Kevin, are you okay?
Yeah, sorry, I'm just tweeting saying about the situation. Oh.
We really did make this episode a lot darker than it ended up being.
Well, it's their fault. It's their fault. All they had to do was have like Tails veer away.
All you had to do was have Tails not fly into the explosion.
Yeah,
You're supposed to fly away from the explosion. You're not supposed to look at the explosion. That's how it works.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
Okay, in fairness, Tails being a kick-ass, you know, warrior guy with his
Tails getting a solo.
I believe he had a massive wrench and definitely get out of his way.
Yes. Oh no! Drunk singing is canon.
Tails feature Sims.
Oh god, but yeah, no, that it was great. He did have an awesome hero moment, and I'm sorry for the Boom team who are probably like getting really annoyed that we're talking about.
We've critiqued this thing where he flies into the robot.
But unfortunately, we had eyes.
Don't fly too close to the sun. You'll get horribly exploded.
It's still beautiful though. Like, we have Amy being just this psychotic, like, violent person. We have Tails dying. This episode was supposed to be so innocent, and then.
But then again, Tails can't die. We know this from Sonic 2, so.
Well, neither can Eggman, so.
The Tails' plane has the ability to to go through solid matter. It is a ghost plane. There you go.
It's a ghost plane.
Oh, there you go.
Why have Ghostbusters when you can just have Ghost Plane?
There we go. I tweeted the thing.
An inadvertent Sonic Boom continuity error apparently kills Tails just when he gets the girl. Whoops. Bad end. It's obviously the bad ending to Sonic 2.
Yeah, that's the bad ending. I assume, because it is
like the end of the episode really just ends with like Zoe like getting out of the plane and looking up at the night sky and seeing Tails.
Okay, it also says, I legitimately loved the episode. I really, really did.
Yeah, same here.
I absolutely loved it. So I can't unsee that error now. You know, it was you could kind of excuse it. You could have kind of excused it with just like, oh yeah, Tails just backed away in time, and we just didn't see it because smoke. But when you cut back to the robot and it's like solid again, and he's flown through that space. You know.
Oh, continuity. Boy, the lack of continuity is really showing in this anime, isn't it?
This is it. This is how they actually sorted it out. This is why we're only getting one Tails episode, because the one damn episode he gets,
he dies in.
He gets his hero moment, and then he's killed off.
I love how we're all laughing about this too. It's like Tails is dead.
Tails is dead. Oh dear. Where's Kat? She's still here.
I'm still here.
Dear.
Okay.
You face palming as I laugh again. This. Oh dear.
I don't
But
even
I'm also
know.
drawing.
Ah,
Like a person who you told to draw.
that is true.
At the rate this is going, there's gonna be a drawing involving Tails dying, isn't it?
No.
Like the plane, like
Why would I do that to him?
I think probably
Sonic 2 did it.
the one after this.
I
think-
know Sonic 2 killed Tails.
Sonic 2 8-bit.
I know Sonic 2 8-bit killed Tails.
Let's be clear. Sonic 2 8-bit killed Tails.
I like how it's not that Sonic 2 didn't kill Tails, but a version of Sonic 2 did kill Tails.
Yep.
And nobody's arguing
No,
this.
no one's arguing it. It implies very strongly that Tails was killed.
Murdered brutally by Eggman.
Presumably that other Eggman that I was talking about in the pre-show.
Probably.
Oh God. No.
This episode just took a very weird turn now.
I
Trying to
apologise.
set the dark ending. No. Yeah, so... any other like things that really stood out? Any details that you guys liked?
I just like seeing Tails fly.
That is true. We don't see much of Tails flying.
I think we've seen more Tails flying in the past 10 or so episodes than we've seen like through the rest of Sonic Boom. Which is something apparently they somehow heard us, although not really, and ended up going and adding in more Tales of flying and stuff somehow. I don't know. I agree. It was a good episode, though. I could see why Bill likes it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unfortunate we couldn't have, but apart from that, 9 out of 10 would watch again and laugh loads.
Yeah.
You know, I could easily just make a reply to the continue error tweet you made with just Amy's tangent. I don't know why, but
Oh god.
that that freaking Amy moment was just beautiful. Like that was really the only like other than her swooning earlier on at Tails' like body language and his them finding out that he had that crush. Like other than that, the only other time we see Amy is in that part, and it's beautiful. Like that's the
Well,
one
there's
thing
also
I love.
well, there's also when they all agree that they taught him everything. They taught him everything he knows. I feel like they did.
I continue to love how this episode does not force characters on you. The show really doesn't do that.
No, it didn't. I mean, the pacing was good. You could see. I mean, you could kind of see where it was going in the end, but it was one of those ones that you didn't care.
Which is always a good sign.
Yeah, it was always a good sign. Just like, looking in hindsight, it's like, well, obviously it was going to go that way, but then it didn't matter at all because each of the characters was true to themselves. You got to see a little bit of something different with the character. Actually, there was another thing actually that I wanted to mention. Styx' movement. When Styx is doing all that stuff on her table.
Styx.
The actual movement.
Styx had a good day.
The actual movement of the character is so smooth and fluid. It's really, really nice. Of course, what comes out of the character's mouth is absolute nonsense, but that doesn't matter. It's
What comes out of the character's mouth is the only thing that makes sense.
Well, considering how much we've
I mean,
seen
one of the
show,
links I
nothing-
sent you, Kevin, is specifically in reference to that.
yeah.
Look at that link. Just look at that.
Which link is this?
In the main chat, just look at the series of links that will.
Yeah, I'm not looking at the YouTube link. Just purely for the messages after it, I'm not going to look at it. Also, audio will come up on the thing. So,
It's okay, Kevin. It's about paradise.
yes, I imagined it would be something like that. But yeah, no, it's
The bird of the best dance.
Like this episode was actually like one of the prime examples of how the writers do not like to force characters on you. I mean, Amy only showed up when she needed to show up in relation to the plot. Styx showed up.
Yeah. Sorry, Donnie.
No, I was just like say like Styx showed up when she needed to show up in relation to the plot. And, you know, same with Sonic even. Like everyone showed up when they needed to show up. It wasn't no awkward forcing of anyone. Like Zoe wasn't forced on us at all.
No,
we barely even saw her.
Zoe was there and doing her business and just carrying on as if in her own life.
Yeah, like they really didn't force her on us. We didn't see her like every second of the episode.
I mean, things like Fastidious was there. He wasn't actually there. He wasn't there.
He wasn't fastidiousing.
Yeah, he wasn't doing his thing.
I can
He was
feel
just
him
there.
peering through my window right now because I said that.
To who?
I see you there.
To whom, Donnie? To whom?
Actually,
I see you there, Beaver.
yeah, we actually haven't had
What
that.
are you doing
much.
on the second floor?
We actually haven't had that much of Fastidious doing his thing this time. He's just been kind of making cameos now.
Yeah, he just sort of like a blinking image. Oh, wasn't it actually thinking back? It's kind of weird that there wasn't anything with Justin Beaver and Fastidious Beaver.
Oh God.
Also the fact that Fastidious Beaver looks like a beaver and Justin Beaver looks very little like a beaver.
Well,
you know what
I
they-
already discussed who Justin Bieber was, didn't I, in that episode?
Well, you know what they say. Leave it to Beaver.
Indeed.
I don't think they've said that in years.
Do I owe another $1 for that?
No.
Why would you?
Because how bad that pun was.
Donnie, I think you're a little hard on the beaver. As...
Why?
Well, you see, do I have to follow up to that?
No. I think that's a good place to leave it, actually. Good show, though. Good show, though. I would... If in the event that Bill's listening to this and isn't tearing his hair out about us finding the one thing in the episode that technically ruined the ending.
And then we ended up like going on about it for most of the episode.
Yeah, but
most of the process.
Only because it was so blatant. It was so, you know, it wasn't this little thing that was just like it wasn't like the Cubot like bopping up and down through the floor as he ran away. This was something that actually that broke the ending through sheer physics. But like I say, we absolutely loved the episode. We really, really did, and we can see why it's your favourite. And we can see why the writers really loved it.
Yep. Hopefully, we'll be able to have you on at some point to talk about it too.
No, I'd like to hear more about this episode actually, and where
especially
it came from in terms of the whole creative process.
Along with if we're just imagining things and Tails didn't actually die.
Tails lived and was happy. Will we see this character again? We saw her last episode. Now we've seen her this episode. Will this relationship continue, or is Tails doomed to be broken-hearted again? Is Zoe going to be turned into a seed after sacrificing herself to save the universe? These are important questions that must be answered.
I haven't the slightest clue. We'll find out next time. We'll find out next time on Dragon Boom Z.
Tune in, yeah.
No.
Aw.
You really want Dragon Boom Z now, don't you?
Do I owe another $1 for that?
No, that's not what you're paying the money for. But as long as you've forgotten, you can't say it again. So it's probably good.
But at this point, just being bad with the jokes.
Oh, God.
It's like I'm automatically, it's like a tax. A bad joke fee. I don't know. Help.
No.
Did my humor...
You get yourself out of this.
Did my humor end up on Tails' plane too?
Quite possibly.
Happy anniversary, Son of Paradise.
Oh no!
I hear Reed Harrison found it.
You got to make up for missing that half an episode, Donnie. Go on, it's all you. Live from new YouTube, it's Donnie Day Nights.
So, I talked to the, I talked to the Paradox last night. Animals last night. They had quite a furry story to tell.
A furry story?
Oh yes, not that kind of furry, no, not that one. But it was quite a hair-raising situation. I hear they were quite. This is why I'm never going to be a comedy chimp.
A regular chimp would be fine.
Do we really need like?
I don't know. I was just gonna let you just get on with it, but if you're actually going to try.
I just imagine like comedy chimp now with like a red beard and.
Kat, should we just go and have a drink or something? Just leave Donnie with his stand-up.
Okay.
Can Reed Harrison take my spot?
Uh,
So hi guys.
Okay, I'm getting a drink.
yeah, see you, Donnie. We're out
So
there.
the episode of Sonic Boom was
Like, comment, and subscribe, and
rescue me.
yeah. The quicker you press like and subscribe, if you're on the YouTube version, the quicker Donnie will stop.
Yes. And the quicker he check out the consoles.
4.
I had to get one more in.
Mm. You could have said it one more time. That brings it up to a $5 note. Mm.
All right, check out the consoles, guys.
There you go. Excellent.
Ding.
Thank you.
That would have been a good time for that timer that went off earlier.
Yeah. For now, bye everybody.
Bye, guys.